AITA coffee spilled and person wants my contact info in case their charger stops working. I was at a coffee shop and the tables are super close together. When going back to my table, I think my bag hit the coffee of the person sitting next to me, which was on the edge of their table. I didn't see what happened tbh, but the coffee spilled as I sat down, so I imagine that's what happened. I asked the barista for a towel to help clean up and they came over and cleaned it up with a mop. I also offered to get her a replacement drink, so asked the barista if we could get another drink for her and they gave her one for free when it spilled. I guess some also got on her laptop charger on the floor. She asked for my contact info in case her charger wasn't working. AITA for thinking I'm not responsible for paying for any type of new charger for her, especially if I don't know what condition it was in before the spill. AITA for challenging my sister's height preferences. I'm 17M, my sister is 18F. She's been in love with this character in a book and has described him as her ideal type. She mentioned to me today that she just learned he's only 5 feet 9 inches and can't believe it. I asked why and she said that he was described as so strong, attractive, dominant and masculine, and it's hard for her to believe he's all that, being 5 feet 9 inches, and pictured him being 6 feet 3 inches. I'm 5 feet 9 inches and was annoyed by her assumption that a guy can't be all of that because he's 5 feet 9 inches, and so I asked her why she thinks a guy that's 5 feet 9 inches can't be strong, attractive, dominant or masculine. She said it just doesn't fit, and I told her that a guy doesn't have to be 6 feet 3 inches to be strong. She said I'm just being insecure about my height, but I see it the other way. I feel confident enough in myself to know that I'm not unattractive or weak because I'm 5 feet 9 inches. AITA. AITA for joking my ex would be a bad parent in front of his wife. I 30F am still on good terms with my ex Sean 32M. We split a few years ago and realized we were better as friends, and I'm a lesbian. When we were together, my niece stayed with us for a week and Sean went to pick up some groceries with her and then forgot her at the store and drove off. My niece called him when he was halfway home and he went back to pick her up. We have since all laughed about the situation. Sean and his wife are thinking of adoption and I congratulated them for taking this big step together and made a joke to his wife about making sure Sean doesn't forget their baby at the store. They both laughed and I thought it was fine. Afterwards, Sean texted me to say I called him a bad parent in front of his wife and said it was insulting for me to make that joke. I apologized and he said I took it too far. There's a time and place. AITA for laughing at my boyfriend during an "I fucking told you so" moment. My boyfriend has a good job and has no problem spending money on stuff that matters to him. Other stuff not so much. I have my own place and we alternate where we spend the night when we see each other. He has a shitty mattress. It has one spring that has snapped me in the back of the legs a few times. I told him he needed to replace it because it was busted. He kept saying that he would, but he never did. I was in the shower yesterday and I heard him scream. I rinsed off and went to see if he was okay. The spring caught him in the nuts. I couldn't help it. I giggled. It was sort of funny. He thinks I'm an asshole for laughing at his suffering. I told him that he didn't care that much when it was my legs getting it. AITA. AITA for not lending my lawn mower to a neighbor who never returns things in good condition or too late. I have a neighbor who frequently asks to borrow my things for various reasons. She is a single mom and has 3 kids, so is my sister, so I get it. In the past I've always said yes, but whenever anything is returned it's often dirty, damaged or not returned until weeks later. I have given her my iron to borrow, which she returned, leaking this sticky substance which I can only assume is something she poured in like a fabric scent. I gave her my handheld vacuum from my car once and after that day the suction has been a full like something is stuck in the motor. I have also let her borrow a squeegee which I never got back. She asked for the lawn mower and said hers is broken and the grass is really high so her kids can't play in the garden and she can't afford one now until next paycheck. I did feel bad, but AITA for refusing to lend my lawnmower after previous bad experiences. AITA for not wearing a bra to my friend's wedding. I 23F have small boobs. You can't tell if I'm wearing a bra or not in most tops, so when I don't wear a bra as I find them uncomfortable. My friend Kate 25F is getting married and asked me to be a bridesmaid. I accepted and then she texted me privately to ask if I could wear a bra for her wedding as she doesn't want me to flash someone. I tried explaining to her that the bridesmaid dress she had picked out had full sleeves so you wouldn't be able to tell as the material is also very thick. Kate got really mad at me and my sister said maybe I should just suck it up and wear a bra. I just find it to be a weird invasive question as you literally can't tell if I had a bra on in the first place or not in that dress, and I'm sure no one over there is staring at my chest. AITA for picking my wedding dress. I 28F am pregnant and I decided to pick a dress that showed my belly. My mother-in-law and husband were very displeased and are trying to get me in the store to change it. I am told that it's my husband's day too and am called a lot of names because of this, so am I the asshole? Husband 42M. Edit, I am postponing if not cancelling the wedding. MIL called me throwing slurs and names about the dress and that was the final straw. Thank you for all the support. Also, this is a tight dress with double lace on the side. Stomach, no skin is showing and my stomach is not hanging out. My fiancé is wearing a suit. I have my input some small suggestions. He chose to keep it the way it was and I respected that. Also, I've had questions asking how long we've been dating. 11 years on and off, 5 years officially. Again, thank you so much, Redheart. AITA for refusing to change my dinner plans based on my son's GFIF, 39. Have a frugal lifestyle. Most of the food I feed my family is grown on our farm or harvested from the woods. This causes many of our meals to be some sort of game or eggs, seasonal vegetables and some cheese. My son Jasper told me yesterday he is bringing his new GF Emily, 19, to dinner and that she is vegan and on an alkaline diet. The diet is extremely restrictive and my meal plan, which is meticulously planned for dinner, was pork chops, potatoes, corn and a salad. After research I asked Jasper if it's okay if I just made her a side of some alkaline vegetables because the diet is unaffordable for me. When I told Jasper, he started getting upset and saying I was not accepting and that I shouldn't be making any meat out of respect, so I told him to not bring her over. He became very upset. AITA for refusing to share room with my MIL during family trip while my wife sleep with her sister. I recently went on a family trip with my wife, her mother's sister and our 2-year-old son. For context, my wife never share a bed with me since we have our son, as she claimed my snoring is interrupting her sleep and she is already very tired from taking care of baby, which I have no choice but comply. So during our family vacation my wife asked me to share a room with my MIL for the reason she want uninterrupted sleep as she will be driving for a few hours for the next day. I feel extremely uncomfortable with the request and refused to do so no matter what, and needless to say it caused a big fight. I even told off my wife and her sister. For the rest of the holiday I have been sleeping on the couch bed in the living room. AITA for saying not again and not being happy for my daughter's pregnancy on phone. My daughter got pregnant the second year into college. It was not a good time. My husband and I stepped up so she could finish college, which she did. She just graduated and just got a job. The problem is at the moment she cannot afford childcare or rent since her job kinda sucks. We were hoping she would be moving out by the end of the year. She told us today that she is pregnant again. When she told us I said not again. She asked if I was happy for her and I told her no, that we will not look after another kid and we already wanted her to find her own place by the end of the year or next summer at the latest. She is pissed at us and we got into an argument. She thinks we are assholes.